Hey everyone, it's Dragon Rider, and I am here with the exciting news about Hearthstone's new mode that is coming, that was just announced. So let's take a look at this blog post here. Yes, we have the new mode called Twist that is coming, and it notes here that that is coming later in June with patch 26.6, and that this new mode, Twist, will be replacing Classic mode. Now, this is pretty interesting. I know there are some people who have really enjoyed Classic, but honestly, I do feel like Classic is really kind of not as popular as maybe Blizzard or the Hearthstone team might have hoped, but I think that this Twist mode seems really cool. So, this will be replacing Classic. Now, it does mention here that it is a ladder mode, so it will have regular rotating seasons, but each one will have a twist on the rules, so that's where the Twist name comes from. These formats can include curated card pools and special rule sets, as we see here, and the formats are going to be rotating and bringing in different things. Now, they say here that they already have some fun and nostalgic Twist formats planned, but also want to hear about what kind of formats you'd like to see, and I want to know as well, so let me know down in the comments. I think this is pretty cool. I have run some tournaments in the past where every month I came up with a different format for a monthly tournament, so it's really cool to see this kind of take shape in the game as well. So what kind of tournaments or what kind of modes, deck building requirements would you like to see in this mode? Let me know. But let's see here as well. And they say that they might even bring some back. That there's Twists formats planned to change regularly, but not necessarily with every season. So I'm kind of interested on that to see maybe how often they do change things. I think it would be cool to change it every season, but especially if it's going to be a month, but maybe it depends on how popular each actual format ends up being. Now it does also say that it might be deactivated from time to time. So in a way, kind of similar to what happens with Tavern Brawls sometimes. Okay, makes sense. Maybe they take it down for a short time like Arena. You can't start runs at the end of a season. Sure, we've seen that before. That's not anything new. And it does say that you can find Twist in the, menu where Classic used to be, and you can always check the rules and eligible card pools. So, okay, go into the deck selection and you'll be able to see what cards are or are not available. Now it does mention the timing as well. Twist will be launching for a beta in the upcoming patch, and it will have, ranks. It'll just be like a normal ladder. So everyone will start at Bronze 10. The first season will be short, lasting only until July 1st. So depending on when the patch 26.6 actually comes out, I'm not sure how short that is going to be, but pretty short. I'm guessing there. So then it says you'll be able to earn ranked rewards from the ladder, just like Standard or Wild. Now, June's ranked rewards will be based on the highest ladder rank across Standard, Wild, Classic, or Twist. And once the Twist beta kicks off, the official leaderboards will switch from Classic to Twist. Honestly, for me, I think it would be really cool if they kind of promoted or encouraged people to play multiple modes and reward the people who do play multiple modes. If people want to climb to Legend in Standard and Wild every month, I feel like they should get double the reward for that. I really do think it would be cool to see people earn those multiple rewards because you're rewarding them for playing. And the more time they spend per season in multiple modes, the more time they're spending in the game. And I do feel like people should get rewarded for that. So I don't know. I'm big on rewarding that kind of stuff. So I would love to see that. I know that's not how it works now, but eventually I would love to see it work that way, personally. And then it does say that the Twist beta is planned for June and July. So after the beta, it's going to be temporarily deactivated, and then it will come out for the official launch. Now, the next part of this is pretty interesting. It can get a little confusing. So this is where this is going to be really interesting here. For this mode, for example, the beta says the format is New Age, but there is a rule set in addition to that format. So it's kind of like format and then like a sub format or sub rule. This is pretty interesting. So New Age is basically what they are calling an evergreen format that includes standard plus Ashes of Outland forward. Now, right now, this means essentially the last 3 years of cards. So Ashes, Skullman's Madness, Forged, all of those up to Festival of Legends. And it mentions that as new sets are added to the game, that those will be added to the New Age pool, which might be brought back from time to time. Okay, so New Age will be from a certain point forward, and that will be brought back potentially, but now the special rule variant for this New Age format is no neutrals allowed. I think that's super fun. Building decks that only have class cards is going to be really interesting. I am pretty interested to see how it actually works out with all of these sets here and just building using class cards from these expansions. It's also kind of interesting because some of these, Scholomance and with the Festival of Legends new mini set that just came out, right? There's like some dual class cards. So that'll be pretty interesting because those will still count as cards that you can play because they're not neutrals, but they will span multiple classes. So I think that's cool, honestly. But, in the future, right, they might bring back New Age, but with a different rules variant. It says it might bring back with the same one, a different one, or no rule variant at all. So this kind of allows them to come up with kind of umbrella formats and then change things within each of those and really shake things up. So that's pretty cool. I think that's really an interesting way to look at trying out different deck building techniques, very much like a Tavern Brawl, but because it's a full season, you're really getting the opportunity to see how a meta might evolve or see all of the different types of decks people put into it. And you're going to give people the ladder rewards for doing that as well if they climb the ladder. So I think that's pretty neat. With this, though, they are also doing a preview event. So kind of like a theory craft, essentially, but it'll just be, right, the streamers playing this so everyone can actually kind of see it in action before it launches in this beta. So June 22nd and 23rd for a special preview. Now, also with this, there will be Twitch drops. So this is a full time frame here from the 22nd through the 23rd. And you can see the full list here of all of the like Americas or North Americas, the EMEA, Latin America, and APAC group streamers. But I love this here, the category-wide Twitch drops. And it's not just 1 pack, it's not just 2 packs, it's not even just 3 packs, it is 9 packs. And they broke it down based on the expansions that are included in this. So for a full 24-hour period on any Twitch stream, you don't have to watch those specific creators. You can watch, any of your creators who you might normally watch, or you can, of course, check out those creators playing Twist specifically. But if you watch for 1 hour, you'll get the first 3 expansions, those oldest 3. If you watch another hour, you'll get the next ones, and then a third hour, you'll get the next 3. So you'll get 9 packs for watching for 3 hours total during that 24-hour period. It doesn't have to be all in one chunk. And you get a variety of the packs. So especially if you're a more free-to-play or if you've started more recently and maybe have missed some of those older ones, you're going to get some of those packs as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I love that they have put this out and that it's going to be a really changing, interesting format. And, maybe they'll bring this same New Age thing back, but maybe it'll be no legendaries allowed, or that's something that I've done before. Pauper type events for anybody that maybe has played other card games. You might be familiar with Pauper format. Those are very like free to play or new player friendly style decks that don't include legendaries. I have done that in the past and that was a lot of fun. Plus, I feel like a lot of decks can sometimes really be based on legendaries, and having to come up with a strategy for your deck without those legendaries feels kind of cool. So I am really interested in this and to see what kinds of things they do with this like changing format. And it really kind of feels like a mashup of a couple of different formats that we've seen, right? It's kind of a mashup of like Tavern Brawl, but constructed ladder with, a change. So pretty neat, honestly. But again, what kind of formats or like rule sets would you be interested in seeing? I'm pretty hyped for this. And when this does go live out of this initial beta, and once it is like fully launched, my team, Amberflight Gaming, we are going to be hosting some monthly Twist tournaments. So if you want to check those out, then stay tuned on the Amberflight Gaming socials for more information on that and how to compete for some cash and play in these different new, kind of deck building challenges and compete in some tournaments for that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, honestly, for this. And I hope that this format really is a lot of fun and brings in a new audience. They've tried a lot of different formats and some of them have not done so well. So I hope that this one does well because I think the changing thing sounds really fun. So I am really excited to try this out, and I will definitely be trying this out in that beta period when it launches with patch 26.6 later this month. Super excited. Let me know if you're going to be trying it. Thank you so much for checking this video out, and I'll see you in the next one.